Alright guys, this is activity 5 of sample assessment material. We're going to try and attempt a solution for this one. As I said, it's not the only solution and definitely not the best one, but it's a solution that will give you a heads up and an idea on how to do it. So topside skateboarding needs to collect information. They need a survey to pop up when someone visits the site. All required files are supplied in Q5 folder, so we'll open the folder. Open the page. There's nothing here. Open the survey. Get yourself familiar with the. Alright. The survey contains the survey questions for the visitor. The index is the main page, and we need to add dynamic behavior. So let's start with the survey HTML. Add the ability for the user to indicate which tricks they can already do. All items identifying tricks must use the same HTML name attribute. Okay. Laser flip. So survey before the submit. A new list for the checkboxes. Input type checkbox. Yeah. Name tricks. So the first one is laser flip. Copy this one down. The next one is ginger snap. Hurricane. Blunt slide. Blunt slide. Rocket air. And Texas plant. So we'll have the same name, but we have to have a way to identify each box, so we'll use IDs. And so checkbox 1. I'll copy this bit. Checkbox 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, so let's see how the page looks like now. There you go. So you can check the boxes, yeah? Implement submit button that will activate a function to validate inputs. So if you go back to this one, we've got the function submit, which is actually calls the function validate inputs, which function validate inputs. That's our function where we can start validating the input. Must implement a presence validation on email. So our first validation will be on email. Email is right here. It's got the ID F email. So if document dot get element by ID F email, F for form, F email dot value equals empty, then alert the email cannot be empty. And there's only one way to check that. Open the page, refresh, submit. Where's the alert box? Does it come up? Submit, nothing comes up. Why? Validate inputs, function validate inputs, document.get element by ID F email dot value if document dot, this is F email dot value equals empty, alert the email cannot be empty. This is, I forgot to close the if, so let's go back, refresh, submit. There you go. Email cannot be empty if the email is no must implement a length validation of mobile numbers if provided. Mobile numbers must be 11 if provided. Must implement a length validation of mobile numbers if provided. So we first need to check if the mobile number is not empty and then validate them. So else if document dot get element by ID F mobile, how's it called, F mobile dot value not equal to empty, then we will validate the length of it to be 11 characters or more. So we need to get that value. So if you don't want to do what I did here, document.get element by ID, you can actually do that, create a variable called email and do that. So instead of writing this again, you can just type email. It's up to you, yeah? Email. So if email is not empty, then we'll do another validation. So if email dot length yeah, if email dot length is less or equal to 10, which means it's less than 11 characters, then we'll have an alert box saying that not email, this is the mobile number must be at least 10, 11 numbers. So this should be mobile, and this one mobile, and this one mobile. So what we're doing, we've set the mobile variable to get the value of the fmobile field from the form, and then we check if the mobile is not empty, then we will check if it's 11 characters. If it's less than 11, 10 or less, then we'll tell the user that the mobile number should be 11 numbers, is what it says here. Must implement a length validation mobile numbers if provided. Mobile numbers must be 11 characters long. So let's try if it works. So it says the email cannot be empty, so we need to type an email, and nothing checks because a mobile number is not provided. So what if we provide a mobile number? No, something's wrong. I need to check the code. So if document element by value equal to, now if not, else if mobile number not equal to an empty, again I forgot to close the else if, this one. So let's try. We've got email, we've got a small phone number, and there you go. The mobile number must be at least 11 numbers. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. Perfect, it works. Okay, so must implement type validation on mobile phone numbers using a regular expression. Mobile numbers begin with 0. We've checked that if a mobile number is present, it must be at least 11 characters long. But on top of that, we need to check that a mobile number begins with 0. So if mobile is not empty and it is 10 characters long, we have to check if it begins with 0. So else we need to create a variable pattern, and this is my pattern. This one tells me that I'm searching for a phone number that begins with 0. This is the symbol to begin with, and what's included inside the forward slashes is my regular expression, regex. So what I'm searching now is if mobile dot search pattern equals to 0, because I'm searching in this set of characters, in this string, for this pattern. If it finds it, it will return 0. So there is a 0. So if it returns that, it means that there is, my mobile phone begins with 0. So I don't want it. I want to have an alert message when it doesn't begin with 0. So if it's not what it is returned, then I'll have an alert saying that mobile number must begin with 0. Here's the moment of truth. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So on submit, it tells me that it has to be at least 11 numbers. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. Mobile number must begin with 0. It doesn't begin with 0. So what if it begins with 0? 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 10 10. Perfect, it works. Wow. So what's next? No other validation is necessary. Create an alert box to display the collected information. Here's the collected information. There's only one problem again. Here it says you can do 3 tricks. How will I get the number of tricks? I need to go back to my, how will I know how many tricks the user actually clicked? I need to go back to my code. I've got the same name, so I've got IDs. So I need to use either a for loop or an if, 6 ifs to get the number of tricks. So inside the function here, I will create a variable called tricks counter, yeah, and then if document.get element by ID, what did I name them? CB1 checkbox 1 checkbox 1 dot value equals true, then counter plus plus. I will add 1 to my counter, and I'll just use an alert box just for me to see how many checkboxes are, or I can use the console.log, since we're revising, to give me the I'm just checking to see if my counter actually works. So if I check all this, I refresh my page, 1, submit. I'm only checking the first one, F12. I'll check the first one, submit. Cannot see if it, so I'll use an alert box. Alert the counter is 0, so it doesn't work, it doesn't add 1, so it's not dot value equals, maybe if document get element values, maybe it's equal checked. Still, alright, a couple of mistakes I've made. Here is dot checked, and then if that's equals to true, you don't need the speech marks because true is a value. So let's check our counter. It's empty, and now it should be 1. It doesn't display. The counter is, if this is true, counter will be 1. Not counter, that's tricks counter. Tricks counter. So tricks counter will be 0 in this case, and now it should be 1. There you go, it works. Excellent. So we'll do the same thing for the rest. I'll copy this bit. We need it 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. Checkbox 1, checkbox 2, checkbox 3. You can do it using a for loop if you find it easier, and 6. So that's my, I don't need this alert box anymore. Back to this one. Create an alert box to display nah, I do need the alert box after all. Create an alert box to display the collected information. Here's an example. So once everything is done, alert. You submitted the following items. To change line in an alert box, you need to do \n. Okay, \n. So last name equals last name L name. Now there's a thing, I didn't get the last name and first name, so I need to get last name, first name. I have mobile and email, so I need to get all these. So var email equals document.getElement.value, that's f email. Then I need a variable last name, which is document.getElementById f. I need to go up and see how it is. Last name is called flast. Then I need to get the var first name, which is f. I think it's f first, yeah. F first. And what else do we need for the alert? Last name, first name, mobile, and email. Email, last name, first name, and mobile. I've got mobile there. So there you go. Alert box name plus, that's my concatenation character to merge the strings. So I need first name which is plus f name plus mobile email, L name, F name, mobile, and what else? Email plus email, which is email. I need a new line there, new line here, new line here, new line here. So when everything works, so George AT email, let's see, 1 2 3, submit. The counter is wrong. Shouldn't give me that. So George AT email, one, two, three, four. There you go. You submitted the following items: last name, first name, mobile, email. There's an extra space here. I'm gonna get rid of it. So this is exactly what it says here. Yeah. And then there's another section, index.html page. The modal box should pop up automatically when the page is loaded. So when I load the index page, when I load this one, a modal as little alert box should come up automatically. So, and we need to add a yes button and blah blah. So let's go back to the index page. We've got the code already here. index page, there is a modal done for us. So look at the code carefully. Look at the code carefully. It's already done for us. And if you look at the and the CSS, the modal is just display none. It's hidden. It's hidden. So I can easily change that. When the page loads, the script is the first thing that is being executed. So I can change the value of the modal to load immediately. So if I do document dot get element by ID, the name of modal is my modal. Hey, my modal dot style, and I change the style to display block or show or something. Yeah, let me refresh. Bam! So when the page is loaded, it comes up. So I need to add a yes and a no button now. If you look at the code again, it's got already a CSS for the buttons. How do I add the buttons? There's my modal class. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Yeah? Button ID. Sorry, that's the button for the yes type. I don't need anything actually, just a button. Yeah? Yes. Button. Button. No. Will that work? Refresh. There you go. Yes and no. So now it says when I press no, you should just close the modal box. How do I do that? So when it says no, I can just say on click execute this function. No button clicked. So I can get this piece of code. I can create a new function with the same name, and then I'll do the same thing. I will change this to none so I can hide it back again. Refresh. No. Oops. It's not dot style. So let's try this. Dot style dot display equals none. Refresh. No. Again. Why? For some reason it won't work, so I'll try this. I'll try move my function to the end and give it a go again. It doesn't work, so I'll try and use, instead of this one, I'll try and use the variable modal, which is already here, and change the style. It still doesn't work. You're kidding me. Am I opening the correct file? Yeah. Modal dot style dot display equals none. Okay guys, I figured it out. So when you press no, it works now. The thing is was that I didn't use the class modal buttons. I've added this class and now it works. It's right here in my style sheet provided to me. So yeah, it works now. There's one more thing. No, when you select yes, it should close the box and open the survey page. So back to the code. When you press yes on click equals yes button clicked, so I will create my function yes button clicked, and then modal dot style dot display equals none, and then window dot open when you press yes, you need to open the survey web page. Survey web page survey.html. Survey.html. Refresh. No. Yes. There you go. It works. Even I'm impressed. So you refresh, you press yes, it takes you to survey. That's it.